How are you, everybody? Welcome to my class. Last time we were discussing about the chemical reactions and stoichiometry. I hope you got very important lesson from the previous class. Unfortunately, you couldn't be able to write your comment. It was disabled, but now it is open. Therefore, just I want to remind you, subscribe if you didn't subscribe, and comment, like, and share. What I'm going to explain for today is about chemical equations. Under this topic, we'll see activity 1.1. Question number 1 says, how can you show chemical symbols, physical status, and quantities of substances involved in a chemical reaction? Okay. Therefore, if there is just, for example, there is a chemical equation written here, for example, I am going to write chemical equation. Okay, this is just a chemical equation is written here. Calcium oxide S in bracket means it is solid. H2O, this is liquid L. Calcium hydroxide, it is aqueous solution. Okay, therefore the symbols calcium, oxygen, and hydrogen. You can mention this, the symbols that are visible. And physical status, this is solid state. This is liquid, and this is aqueous solution, which means the particles of calcium hydroxide are dissolved in water, forms aqueous solution. Therefore, just you get the answer by just writing the chemical equation of any reaction. What is the difference between chemical equation and chemical reaction? It is easy. You can just answer the question from the above given answer. The chemical equation means shorthand representation of chemical reaction. For example, chemical reaction taking place between calcium oxide and water to give calcium hydroxide is symbolized or expressed with the equation. This one, CaOH2O reaction gives Ca in bracket OH out of bracket 2. Okay, therefore this is chemical equation. The reaction means the process of converting this reacting substance into new other substance called calcium hydroxide. Therefore, this is just the answer, easily can be written like this one. Okay, chemical equation is shorthand representative of chemical reactions in symbols and formulas. Chemical reaction means the process of converting reacting substance to other new substance. Okay, number 3 says, which law is applied when chemical equation is balanced? This is a law of conservation of mass, because law of conservation of mass states that mass is neither created nor destroyed during any chemical reaction process. Okay, for example, this chemical reaction process taking place upon calcium oxide and water to give calcium hydroxide. The mass of this summation of these masses is equal to the summation of the mass in calcium hydroxide. This is what the law of conservation of mass states. Chemical equation is shorthand representation of chemical reaction using symbols and formulas. It is obvious. Therefore, what we will observe here the chemical equation between calcium oxide and water to give calcium hydroxide written in this form, the reactants will be written to the left side of the equation, and the product will be to the right side of the equation, and the arrow will be separating the reactants from the products. This indicates from left side to the right side. Okay, this is just simply easily can be grasped the idea, the understanding from this equation. This means reactants processed through or passed through process of reaction into products. Yeah. Writing chemical equation, this is just the writing. How can you write the chemical equation? There are steps to be followed in order to write chemical equation. What are they? The first one is should write the word equation. The second one, you should write the formula of the word equation. That means the word equation must be converted into symbols and formulas. And the third and last step is just balancing the equation. For instance, the word equation between hydrogen and nitrogen reaction to form ammonia is looking like this. This is word equation. Hydrogen combines chemically with nitrogen to give ammonia. Okay, the formula equation using symbols and formulas looks like this, because the formula of hydrogen molecule means H2. Formula of nitrogen molecule is N2. Formula of ammonia is NH3. Okay, this is just the equation using symbols and formulas. Balancing chemical equation. Here, as you can see, hydrogen in the product side is 3, but in the reactant side is 2. Therefore, just you can observe it. It is simply and easily can be balanced by interchanging these two numbers as coefficient of ammonia and this number 3 as coefficient of hydrogen. Then 3 times hydrogen becomes 6. 3 times hydrogen, 3 times 2, this is hydrogen molecule, 6. Then these 2 multiplies as coefficient of ammonia, this is 2. Then 2 times 3 hydrogen, 6. Therefore hydrogen 6 is equal, balanced. What remaining is nitrogen. Here nitrogen, the reactant is 2, whereas in the product also fortunately it is 2, because the subscript of nitrogen here is 1. It is understood. There is no number, means it is 1. 1 times 2, 2. 2 nitrogen. We have 2 nitrogen in the product. Here also there is subscript 2 for nitrogen. It is 2 nitrogen. Therefore the equation is balanced in such a way. Okay? It is balanced in such a way. Okay. The substances, as I mentioned in the above discussion, that can take part in chemical reactions may be described using solid, liquid, gas, or aqueous solution. That means if it is solid, it will be indicated by S. That is brackets, S under bracket. If the substance is liquid, for example, water, okay, that means the reactant of the product is one of the reactant of the product is liquid. It will be indicated by L. And if it is gas, by G. If it is aqueous solution, it will be just described by AQ. Okay, that's example 1.1. Write the chemical equation for the reaction of calcium carbonate and sulfuric acid. Calcium carbonate means CaCO3, sulfuric acid H2SO4, calcium sulfate CaSO4, water H2O, CO2. Therefore, this one, the equation for this word equation looks like as follow. Okay, this is calcium carbonate, sulfuric acid. Calcium carbonate solid substance, sulfuric acid is a aqueous solution, and calcium sulfate the product. Calcium sulfate, it is solid substance will be formed, and water is liquid, and carbon dioxide is gas. Indicate like this what we mentioned here in this discussion. Okay, and fortunately the equation is balanced. Calcium 1, calcium 1, carbon 1 here in the reactant, the product also 1. Oxygen in the reactant 3 plus 4 oxygen here 3 oxygen, totally 7. In the product 4 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 7. Therefore the equation is balanced. Okay, when we come to question number exercise example 1.2, write the chemical equation for the reaction of magnesium chloride and silver nitrate. Magnesium chloride, silver nitrate react together to form silver chloride plus magnesium nitrate. Silver nitrate means AgNO3, magnesium chloride MgCl2, silver chloride AgCl, magnesium nitrate Mg in bracket NO3 out of bracket 2. Looks like this. The equation should be written as such. It's a balanced equation. Okay, should be written like this. Silver nitrate is a aqueous solution, and magnesium chloride also, it is in solution form. silver chloride is not solution. It is solid precipitate. White precipitate will be formed. This is silver chloride. And magnesium nitrate is aqueous. The equation is balanced here. Qualitative and quantitative meanings of symbols and formulas. Okay? What does it mean is qualitatively we can determine the type of atoms or molecules which are found within the given chemical equation, and quantitatively we can determine the number of atoms or molecules which are found within the given chemical equation. For example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. Okay, therefore 2 moles of hydrogen must combine with 1 mole of oxygen to form 2 moles of water molecule. Qualitatively, we can determine the type of atoms: hydrogen, oxygen, and the molecule of compound formed is H2O. Qualitatively, we can determine hydrogen gas, oxygen gas, and water molecule, water. Quantitatively, we can determine 2 hydrogen molecule or 2 moles of hydrogen molecule, 1 mole of oxygen molecule, 2 moles of water. That means 2 moles of hydrogen molecule react with 1 mole of oxygen molecule, 2 molecules of or 2 moles of hydrogen react with 1 moles of oxygen molecule to form 2 moles of water. Therefore, this is just a quantitative aspect. This is determining the equation. Therefore, the equation can be determined in 2 ways, qualitatively and quantitatively. Qualitatively means the types of atoms found in the reactant and the product, the atom or the molecule of compound. Quantitatively, we can determine the number of moles or molecules of substances which are found in the reactant side and also in the product side. Okay, this is the lesson for this class. Do you have any question or idea? Just put on your comment. Okay, and just remember to like, share, and write your comment